How does a bank prove the money it holds belongs to itself? I'm a lawyer with an extremely high win rate. If I underperform, I can get the opposing party locked up. If I perform normally, I can get both the opposing party and their lawyer locked up. If I overperform, I can even get the guy with the gavel locked up too. But one accident happened. I transmigrated to another parallel universe. In this world, I'm a noob marriage lawyer. I graduated 2.5 years ago, took on 5 lawsuits, and lost 4 of them. So after I transmigrated here, I haven't gotten a single case in half a month. Just when I was at a loss and ready to switch careers, an elderly couple walked into the law firm before I could stand up to ask for their needs. The old man spoke first to state his request. Lawyer, our son is suspected of robbing a bank. We want to hire you to defend him. We hope we can get his sentence reduced at best. I was extremely excited the second I heard that. Bank robbery already falls under criminal public prosecution. This kind of case is usually pretty hard to handle, but that's exactly what I need to make a name for this law firm. So I asked the old man again to describe the general process of the whole case. Here's how the case went. The old man had a sudden illness and was sent to hospital for emergency treatment. He told his son Wang Li to withdraw his savings from the bank to pay for the treatment. Since he was not the account holder himself, the bank required him to prove he was the old man's child, even with the ID card, household register, and critical illness notice. They still refused. The bank staff spoke very aggressively, insisting the old man come in person to confirm it himself. Otherwise, they would not allow the withdrawal. But the old man was still in the ICU waiting for the money to save his life. How could he come? How could he prove it? While the two sides were arguing, several robbers showed up and robbed the bank straight away. One of the robbers learned that the old man's son needed money to save a life. He gave him a portion of the stolen money without hesitation. The old man's son didn't care about anything else at that moment, just took the money and went to the hospital. The whole group was caught afterwards. Since the old man's son took the money, he was identified as an accomplice, convicted of aggravated robbery, and sentenced to 20 years in prison. Later, the old man filed an appeal, but unfortunately, the second instance upheld the first trial's verdict. Now the case has entered the final trial stage. Once the final trial gives the verdict, no further appeals can be filed, and the case will be finalized. When talking about the second trial, the old man suddenly got furious. The lawyer for the second trial was from a top large law firm in the South, who claimed himself to be a top criminal case lawyer. He asked for 188,000 yen in legal fees right off the bat, but only said 3 sentences in court. Okay, our side accepts the presiding judge's judgment. The old man was so angry that he kept trembling. Then Zhang Suifang, who was beside him, hurriedly patted Wang Zizhong on the back and said to me, Lawyer Su, this case has a very big influence. We heard that if the final trial proceeds, it may be conducted in the form